Today we are going book shopping. I actually filmed this clip already, but I had the wrong setting on my camera, so I gotta do it again. We're going to Barnes. I actually have to return something, and with that money I'm gonna use it to get some books. So basically it's free, hashtag book math. I'm gonna be using my Bagoo. It is this bag right here. It is the Bagoo medium crescent bag. I'm super excited to use it. I did a what's in my bag on TikTok. I'm gonna show you guys a quick overview of what's inside before we go. I have to put on a big coat. It's super cold. I'm talking really fast because gotta hurry up. This is what's in here. I have my Kindle, this bag, which is also Bagoo. There's some makeup in there, you know, stuff like that, and some random thing this guy chased me down to give me. Got my Alani. This is the best flavor. It is Breezeberry. I love it. I love it. I have this giant case from Sam's. It has all of those flavors. Super good. Let's go. Let me take this AirPod out of my ear. So I got 3 books from Barnes & Noble from the trip. I returned my items to Barnes, and then I ended up getting 3 books with them, and so that means they were basically free because that's book math, like I said before. So I got the Midnight Library. I think this is about I guess this book is about this girl that goes to this library, and I think every book she pulls, it's like a way to see like how her life would have been like if she had a different life, or like had she made different choices, how her life would have turned out to be. Her name is Nora. So I'm excited to read this. I've been wanting to read it for a while, and I love when books have like a feeling of, you know, like you're gonna learn something or you're gonna have some insight about something. And that's exactly what I'm getting from here. Like, I feel like this is going to affect me for the rest of my life. The next book is Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. I want to read this whole entire series. As the romantic that I am, this is perfect. I don't even want to read the dedication because I heard it's really, really good. So this follows Evangeline Fox. She has the love of her life, and she finds out that he's going to marry someone else, and then she tries to stop the wedding. And this is like a romance and kind of fantasy because it does follow like her trying to get help from the Prince of Hearts, who makes this deal. I'm excited to read it. I keep saying I'm excited because I just am excited. I don't know what to tell you. I do like this cover, but I do also really want the UK colorful pink cover, so I may end up getting that as well. Anyway, next book is Never by Jesse Hastings. I'm super excited to read this. It is a Peter Pan retelling. I love Peter Pan. I love Peter Pan. And this cover is so beautiful. Like, I feel like no one's really, like, don't even look at me. Look at the cover. The cover is beautiful. Look at the pinks. Look at the colors. Like, how can I recreate some, like, decorations for my room to be based off of this cover? And, like, he's chasing after her. I just cannot wait to read this book. It's so cute. I love the covers, and I'm a sucker for cute covers. Yes, don't judge a book by its cover. Yes, don't only pick books because they have cute covers, but at the same time, when they do, it's just like a cherry on top. So those are the 3 books that I got, and Barnes surprisingly wasn't too packed. I like it when it's not too packed. Yeah, I had a fun time. I actually have to go back to Barnes again today to exchange something that I got that ends up not working. So it's not a book, obviously, but yeah, I am happy with my purchases. I'm so excited about this book. But before we get into a book I'm currently starting to read for this is a book I just finished, When in Rome. I've been trying to finish this book. I've been wanting to read it, I want to say. It's really good. It's a cute rom-com, small town romance. I recommend. I did not film me doing a reading vlog for this. I read it kind of fast, so I just literally went through it. But this is the star of the show today. Never by Jesse Hastings. Look at this cover. Don't even look at me. Look at the cover. It's literally so beautiful. And she's starting to write the second one. I saw on her Instagram yesterday, she posted like Never like 2, and then she's like starting to write it. I'm so excited. I love this book. I love the world building. It's not hard. It's very easy to follow, and you learn more about the world as you read along. I love Daphne, the main character. She is basically Wendy from the movie, or the first book. This is a Peter Pan retelling before adults. And Daphne is Wendy's granddaughter. And basically it goes like, every woman in this family, I'll take a quote from the book, it's their burden to love him, to love Peter. Each of them has to go to Neverland with him, and it's like something they can't resist. It is something that is in their lineage. This book feels like, I literally have goosebumps. Like, this book feels so magical. I love it. And I love how clueless Peter is, because in this book he's older. He's in his 20s, early 20s. I think they said, I'm not sure exactly, but he's in his 20s. Daphne's 17. She'll be turning 18 soon, and they emphasize that. I love the characters. I love the world. It feels amazing. I love the concept of the baggage claim and how you can see all of your baggage in the mirror and you can just pick it off and drop it. Like, let go of these things that is like within you, weighing you down, and you feel so much lighter. I love this book. And with all that to say, I'm only 2 chapters in, so I did not start it too quickly before coming on here and starting the reading vlog. But it is not very long. It's actually the perfect length of a book. I love books that are about 300 something pages. That's like perfect book length. Your average book length, really. But I'm excited to finish this book. I'm excited to read it. I cannot stop looking at this cover. I'm excited to see what the second book's cover is going to look like. And I also want to get the hard cover because it has the map in it. This one doesn't, but it does have a QR code that you can scan to look at the map. And it's also online, I believe. But y'all, I love this book. I relate to Daphne so much. And it's so crazy, like, her grandmother and her great-grandmother would always come and like keep her window open and cracked open, and she's like, well, what if somebody comes and tries to like rob me or something, but they leave it open for Peter. I want to escape to Neverland myself, so let me go crack a window. But I'm gonna update you guys as I go along and read this book. I'm going to be updating you guys on what I've read so far, which is 100 and something pages, like about 120 of Never by Jesse Hastings. I'm loving this book so far. I love the Peter Pan retelling. I love Jameson. Well, I'm starting to love Peter, but you know, he forgets things all the time, and he goes out and then comes back home, and she's like, Daphne's like, where you at? Where you been? And he's like, I don't know. What do you mean? I don't know. And then she's like, but how do you not know? Anyway. I love it. I know it's like a love triangle trope, but I don't mind it. I love Peter Pan, as I've said multiple times, so it's really giving. It's really giving. And just like the world and like being, when I'm reading, I just feel like I'm there. I feel like I'm there. I feel like it's all rainbows and butterflies and tigers and trees. Like, but I'm gonna read some more of it today. I really want to finish it soon, so let's get into it. So I finished the book. I finished Never by Jesse Hastings. I did love this book. I rated it 5 stars because how could I not? I loved the world of Neverland. I love how detail oriented she is. She's just like, so much detail is written into this book, and she uses metaphors a lot, but they're easy to understand and you can like get it right away. So I love that. The ending, if I didn't know she was, you know, coming out with the second book for this, I don't know how I would feel about the ending, but the fact that I do know that there is going to be a second book because she's starting to write it, I'm excited to read the second book because that ending is a cliffhanger. So as soon as number 2 comes out, I'm running to Barnes. Okay, I'm running to Barnes, sprinting to Barnes. But I loved the book, you guys. This is just so magical. I cannot say enough good things about it. I'm actually excited that I read it because I wasn't really sure because it is a Peter Pan retelling, but I love Peter Pan. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like how it was being retold, but she did a great job. She did a dang good job, and she turned it into something completely her own, and I really enjoyed reading it. 5 stars. 5 stars. So I finished it last night, right? And then I picked up this book, The Midnight Library. I've been wanting to read just like a casual fiction book for quite some time. Is this casual? Probably not so much, but it is a fiction book. You know, I was in the romance. You know, I did The Do-Over, Lynn Painter. I read When in Rome, romance, small town. I wanted just like a fiction book, and this is what I picked up when I went to Barnes last. The same day I got this one actually. It is about Nora. I'm only 25 pages in because I literally just went into it after this. By the time I finished this, I was already starting to get a little tired, so I only got to 25 pages. Or 26 pages actually. It's about Nora. She has a terrible life that she feels like is terrible. You know, she loses, I don't want to say too much. I don't want to spoil it because it's spoiler free, but she has all these things start happening in her life which just makes her feel like she hates it, and she doesn't want to continue on anymore with life. She wants to retreat from the earth, as they put it right in the book. So she feels like everything is retreating from her, so she wants to retreat from the earth. And so she does so. Like, she's struggling with her mental health and everything already as it is, and she decides one night to retreat from the earth. But once she does so, she wakes up in front of this building, which is a library, because she goes in and it's a library of books. But the library goes back so far, the bookshelves are just so long, and there's like different corridors you can kind of like go off on, but then there's more bookshelves, and all of the books are different shades of green, like olives and grassy greens and different things like that. So and they're all different sizes, like the thickness of the books, they're all different. Some are as small as pamphlets, and right now that's like where she's at. And each of these books is going to be a life where, if she didn't make certain decisions, how her life would be. So each of these books lies a different life that she could have lived based on the decisions she made or did not make. So this is going to be definitely a deep book to kind of read. A lot of people felt some kind of way about it. There was a lot of like different reviews. A lot of people thought it was great, some people thought not so much. So I wanted to read it for myself, and I heard it was just hard to get past the first couple of pages, but I'm thoroughly enjoying the book. I feel like it's very easy to read and go through. Like, I just got through 25 pages actually fairly quickly. I feel like I'm gonna finish this kind of quick. It's less, I think it's like 300 pages or less. I don't feel like any kind of way about it. The way that things are worded makes it feel like not as heavy. I mean, still heavy, but not as heavy as it could have. I feel like the author did a really good job at explaining like mental health and like things to the point where like you can understand what she's going through, but you don't like, you know, it doesn't like affect you too much, you know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, if you have triggers, check your trigger warnings on this book and then decide for yourself if you can read it, if you can handle reading it. If not, that is totally fine. Like, that's why there are things like this online. Check your triggers. Because obviously the book is about what it's about. After those pages, you get right into the different lives, so it's not bad at all. I love it. So I have finished The Midnight Library like literally less than a minute ago. I thoroughly enjoyed this book. I am rating it 4 stars. I can say that the way I'm thinking about life and what it means to live is I'm thinking of it in an entirely different way, and in a way that I wish I would have thought about it for the entirety of my life. But the ceiling is still high, and so is the sky. And maybe that's a pun, because I just love adding little puns. It's not a spoiler, but it's a pun. Read the book. Read the book. I definitely recommend this book. It definitely gives you a new perspective on life and the possibilities of it, and just the fact that we all still have so much life to live, even though it may not feel like it sometimes, and you may feel like you want to be this and be that and do this and do that, and there's like so many things you could possibly be doing other than what you were doing, but you still have time to do so, and you can change it. Every little decision you make leads to another decision, and that leads to another decision, and it just changes, and you have the power over your own life to change it. And that's exactly what I got from this book. It was very deep, very heavy, but that is going to be the end of this video. I do have a package in the mail from Blackwell's, but I'm going to be unboxing that in a different video, and one of my next reads are in there for the month of February, and I'm excited to jump into it. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch y'all in the next one. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Bye guys.